Your Trapper Outdoors is brought to you by Who's Your Trapper Supply. K3 Outdoors, manufacturer of the Hags Bracket and Body Trap Spring Clip. Leatherwood Creek Trapping Scents. Who's Your Trapper Deer Scents. And Leatherwood Wildlife Art.
Welcome to episode 12, season 11, Who's Your Trapper Outdoors. On this episode, we are going to continue with our Arkansas trap line, and we're going to round out the rest of the season with the Arkansas line. I want to remind everyone about the podcast. That's every other week from the show. I hope you're enjoying the podcast because we're getting a lot of really good guests and we're getting a lot of really good comments. So hope everyone's enjoying that, or seem to be enjoying it. The Show Us Your Bottle contest is continuing. All the information is on the homepage of the website. There is a specific email to send your photos in. Basically, just send a photo of yourself with your catch or your deer, and then the product that you used to take the animal, whether it be our line of deer hunting scent or the Leatherwood line, which includes Top Dog Predator bait. So be sure to get those in, get a chance to win a $100 gift card. We give 4 of them away, 2 to deer hunters and 2 to trappers. I want to remind everybody about the Trapline coffee. I haven't mentioned it for a while. It's a project by Jeff Haggerty. And the coolest thing about this is it's great coffee. And the cool thing about it is part of the proceeds go to support trapping. So we trappers need all the help we can get. So I think that's about it. So Justin, it's got these new fancy Trap House podcast t-shirts.
We've been asked a lot for a long time about when we're going to have t-shirts for the podcast. So these are available now at who'syourtrappersupply.com. And yeah.
It's not available from the third party deal that we have on there.
This is in the house.
Yeah. So. Straight from here. So yeah. So yeah, pretty cool.
Good deal.
Yeah. I think that's it. Hope you enjoy the show.
Roll early.
We are in a roll early, no kid. Check day 1 has been a bumper already, and we're just getting started. Man, I love seeing these gray foxes. Beautiful, awesome. This road, it's funny, we didn't just set this road up. We set it the very first year we were here, and it was like super wet, super muddy. In fact, I call it Mud Road. And then we went like 2 or 3 years and never set it. And then we just started setting it, and it's been good ever since. And I don't know what we were thinking that several years that we didn't set it. But anyways, it's just one of those spots. It's really good. It's up on top of the mountain range here. I don't know. Anyways, it's turned out to be really good. So we'll get him taken care of, get the remake done. We'll show you the remake. And I can tell you straight up, it was finicky feline, Top Dog, bobcat urine. And the grays have always liked finicky feline. Coyotes, bobcats, and gray foxes really like it. All right, here's the remake. Kind of a rock here on the side. And since the last remake, I went and got some more finicky feline because it seems like it's been. So I'll put a little bit of that right there. The area smells of gray fox. For those of you who caught gray foxes, they've got a very distinct smell, so I'm not going to worry about urine. Top Dog was still in the hole. Sometimes get caught up on the idea of the perfect dirt hole set. I'm down here because of all the rocks. We're in the forest, get tree roots, all kinds of stuff. So you kind of got to adapt to where you're at. The premise, I started digging. Ideally, I wanted the hole here. And, because of the rock and whatever, it ended up there. But the trap's still right here. And the rock's actually kind of here at the side. That's perfect. It helps just guide. So, kind of I think for those of you that are starting out, definitely try to start with, keep with the fundamentals. Stick with all of that. But then, as you gain more experience or whatever, kind of adapt to where you're at. And I'm not saying don't adapt to where you're at if you're a beginner, but generally try to stay with fundamentals. So the biggest premise that I will say that we try to stick with is that trap needs to be on that hole. We're not 8 inches back and all this stuff. That trap is guarding that bait. Here's all your attractant. Why would you have the trap clear back here? So that trap is right there guarding that bait and that attractant. So anyways, check day 1 is on a roll for sure. So even if the rest of the day doesn't play out, it's been a good one so far.
All right, still rolling on check day 1. We showed this set yesterday when we were making it, or the finished set. We talked about how this is a fresh burn area. I mean, active logs on fire.
Which we didn't realize until we got down the road maybe 100 yards.
Yeah, so I mean, this is fresh as it can be as far as a prescribed burn area can. And it paid off. There's a gray fox down here. You just kind of wonder. We keep talking about, you know, how this movement of animals can be affected by something like this, and it could be good or it could be bad. Like Charlie said, it's not a forest fire. It's not a forest fire. It's under control. They're just burning underbrush. Yeah. So I think that could actually probably be a good thing. I think we'll see how it all plays out this week, but I think it gets the, you know, smaller rodents and things on the move, and predators like coyotes and fox and stuff. I would imagine take advantage of that situation. So
so just to give a scenario here. So we've got the burn here, and then we've got the road here, Forest Service road, and then this side is not burned. So the road obviously was the fire break, and so yeah, you know, if one animal doesn't prove a point, but
no,
we'll have to.
That's why I said we'll see after this week plays out.
See how things play out. But
we did get a gray here. We've caught grays on this road before in the past. It's always been pretty good. Not sure if there was droppings up on the road or not.
This was a 3-point set, wasn't it, Justin? Was this one do you remember? Or did you make a regular
Yeah, I did. I did the triangle set here. It was fairly well blended. So 3 different types of attractant there. And it was blended with this charred mess. So,
and you know, it's funny.
Pretty cool.
I don't know. I suppose we still would have set it, but I mean, this was just set. I don't know, because like I said, when we got 100 yards down the road, we were literally was logs burning and stuff. So it was just set. So
good deal. We're gonna take care of this and move on. Looks like we got him by both front feet. So he was pot committed.
Yep, he was. Could not resist that attractant. What were you using, Justin? Top Dog and what else? Do you remember?
No, I did not use Top Dog.
Oh, that's right. It was a 3-point.
Yep. I did use the liquid fox and coyote bait. And I can't recall the other 2 attractants that I was using. 2 of our lures, of course. If I had to guess, it was probably a Carnage and Finicky Feline. So, alright, got this remake done. It's right here, very blended. It's flat.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see, probably.
Yeah, trap is right here. I'm kind of using this twig as backing, and that once I was remaking this, I do recall what I was using lure wise. I had liquid fox and coyote just at the base of this, and I even had a little bit of long distance on that twig. And then coyote carnage was over here, and finicky feline was over here, but I forgot that I did put that long distance. I went ahead and remade everything. That stuff's still soaked in the ground, so I didn't really do anything there, but I wanted to at least put some more attractant to focus right here. So I did put a little bit more finicky right here at the base of this with just a little squirt of bobcat urine. So plenty of eye appeal, plenty of smell. I think we might do well at this location here in the next few days. So
it's been good over the years. It's been a little dry the past couple of years, but
yeah.
Hags Trapping Products by J3 Outdoors, the most versatile and efficient trapping devices on the market.
Alrighty. Check day one continues. Now we got a beautiful coyote here. Definitely a top lot. I don't know, Charlie, it's about as rough as it gets.
I don't know, we've caught pretty rough.
Yeah, actually we have caught worse than him. But yeah, he's rubbed and raw, mangy looking.
Yep, I don't think he's actually got mange. I think he's just really rough looking.
You think so? The whole bottom end had zero hair.
Oh, I don't know.
Zero fur.
I don't know. I can't see it from here.
So, well, if he does, we'll definitely be doing him a favor. But we've caught coyotes on this little stretch here for a number of years.
It always produces.
Yeah, always.
And it's I don't think it's ever produced anything but a coyote.
Yeah, oddly enough, it's always a coyote. In fact, right where that coyote is, I caught one in the exact same spot last year. So, check day one continues. We'll just keep on keeping on, brother.
Is that kind of like shooting deer and drinking beers?
Oh yeah. All right, just got this cleaned up and remade. Nice big catch circle, plenty of eye appeal. Sets here just in front of that rock. You can see the lure I got on there, remade with some coyote carnage. And underneath the rock is some top dog. That's how the set was made originally. There's no dirt hole. Super rocky right here. I couldn't get one in. And that method works for us quite well. So it's an option. We'll see what happens.
Yep, very cool. It's a pretty spot. This whole, I don't know. Ouachita Mountain's pretty awesome.
It is.
It's always beautiful. Okay, mid-afternoon update. So, check day one. Ended up being a good day.
Yeah.
Bobcat, 3 gray fox, a possum, and a coyote.
Mm-hmm.
Albeit a bad-looking coyote. And coyote-wise, we really weren't expecting much when coming down here this late. I mean, we're here the 1st of February, so.
Right.
Well, today's January 31st. So, you know, the coyotes are way past their prime, and they never were very good anyways down here in the first place. So, but the gray fox, they hold up very well late, and the bobcats prime late. So, you know, those are both beautiful. And we're setting traps. We've already set 5 new locations, 5 stops. So, I think it's about 3 o'clock or 3:30. So we'll set till dark and
hope for a better day tomorrow.
Yes, Tad, today was a good day for
No, we shoot for higher. We want it to be better.
We always want better. I think this is, as far as one of our first day checks, this is one of our better ones.
Yeah. Normally it seems like it takes a couple days to get the traps to settle in, some of that lure to kind of dissipate and things like that to help. But
yeah,
first day was a banger.
And I would say, well, it's because we got a few more traps out than we normally get set on the first day. But that really wasn't the case because the majority of the animals were caught in the first half of the line.
Yeah.
So last half of the line was kind of a fizzle, but
hopefully they move tomorrow.
Right.
So, all right. We ate lunch. We're rejuvenated. Let's go pound some sets in.
Yeah. All right. End of the day. Check day one. What do we set?
24 more traps.
12 locations. 12 more locations set up.
Something like that.
We're winding down. I'm going to stick a straw in this cat's eye like we always do, so it went because we're going to take him back on carcass because we want the meat. So we're just we'll skin it when we get back to the shop. So
yeah, it was a good day. We checked the line, caught some critters. We have plenty of time to get out and set some more traps. We always talk about setting new locations. Just the more traps out, the better off you're going to be. Increase your odds. New traps every day is the best way.
Unfortunately, I mean, it all comes down to statistics. So in order to catch a lot of stuff, you got to look at a lot of empty traps. So it's just kind of the nature of the business. It's just kind of the way things are. But it all comes down to statistics, setting new locations each day, and you know, that's what's important. So in this type of scenario, obviously when you're trapping at home, you know, like we do during our summer live, we don't have the time to do that. We've got to set on the weekends, make the best of it during the week. But in this situation where all we are doing here is trapping,
Yeah.
you know, it obviously takes a lot longer to set up than it does to set traps than to check traps. So when you get done checking, then you just start
Adding to it.
adding to it. Exactly. So looking forward to check day 2.
Yeah, check day 2 tomorrow. Might get a little bit of rain. Not sure how that's going to play out. There's a chance, and we're gonna have a friend with us tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mark Steck's going to be joining us. He's running the line with us. He's going to put some of this footage on the Pursuit channel. So keep your eyes out for that.
Yep.
Charlie's a TV star now.
I think you're in it too.
Trapping has been a lifelong passion of mine. Back in 1976, I started Hoosier Trapper Supply, and we've had the privilege of serving trappers across this great country for all these years. We carry a complete line of traps and trapping equipment. You can check us out at HoosierTrapperSupply.com.
All right, check day 2. We're rolling. It's raining right now. We checked the first part of our line. Not much going on. Kind of quiet.
Hi, Mom.
We got our buddy Mark Steck with us, and his dog Bob's with us for good luck. He's supposed to help us bring in a bobcat, I think.
Bob is pretty famous in the trapping community. He's quite the celebrity.
Yep. Yeah, Mark's riding along and filming for his show. Mark, you want to give the plug on where they can find?
We be Trapline Adventures on the Pursuit channel, and it's on, and it runs 3 quarters. In other words, 9 months out of the year. And it's I can't even tell you the time slots. It's on 4 times a week.
So he's a TV star celebrity. We are getting his autograph once he leaves.
Yeah, being famous has changed my life. in unexpected ways, you know. You know, you get a better table at a restaurant. And,
Yeah.
You know, women are doing the double take. They used to just do the take, and now it's the double take. Yeah, it's all right.
Am I clear? Can you see it?
Yep. Clear. Anyway, that's the update. We're checking traps in the rain. We'll keep you posted.
I gotta hold Bob up so he can
Yeah, get
in.
Bob in here since he's famous there.
Bob, he's all keyed up today. Be with Charlie and Justin.
We've already fed him a hash brown this morning, and he had some sausage last night. We take care of him.
Does that dilute the picture at all?
No, I think that
Will you get a lower resolution? Oh my gosh. All right, Charlie.
So this right here, I couldn't get a stake in the ground, and we've been trying to stake as much, if not everything, that we can. So I have it pre-wrapped around this right here, and I kind of thought I had a stake, and I thought, what was going on here? Then I realized he was on a chain. In the past, we've had a little bit of trouble with these 550s and those graze foxes setting them off just because of the pan tension, but so far this trip, they're setting them off. So. Pretty cool little guy.
Yeah.
Check day 2, Justin. First set. we're starting this kind of the new line that didn't really produce yesterday per se as much percentage wise. By
Maybe
any,
this
so
section moved a little bit better.
maybe it did. So
What were we using? Lure?
top dog, finicky feline, and some bobcat urine. So might as well guard your attractant is our theory. So there's nothing that bugs me more than to have the trap here, your attractant here, and tracks right here, and no animal. I'd rather have tracks back here and have a miss. But
Yep.
so.
All right, we're off and running.
All right, Q&A. So we get a lot of questions about setting up these fleshing beams when you get them. Obviously, you can't use it just like that, so it's got to be on some sort of stand. You can buy brackets for them. They're available from some taxidermy supply places. They're a little hard to find, but if you don't want to deal with that, or if you don't want to expense that, you can make a little stand like this. And then this is made to go up against the wall. So when you're fleshing, you're standing here fleshing, you're pushing down, you're actually using it like this, and you're pushing away from you. So that has to go up against the wall so that you can keep your beam in place. A couple things about this: when you build this stand, keep the back end, whatever that is, 16, 18 inches off the ground. That way you don't have to bend over so hard. I see lots of people that have that end of the fleshing beam clear on the ground, and their beam's like this. So you're really bending over in order to scrape that skin. So, and you also want this part right here. I mean, everybody's got their preference, but generally you want it slightly above where your belt would be. So, just basically waist high, maybe a little higher. And then you're just going to flesh away from yourself. And the way these are made to use, the whole skin is going on top of the beam. So you've got the cushion of the underskin, of the other side of the skin. So you got two thicknesses of skin, since the whole skin's on top of the beam. And that gives you a little bit of room for air, gives you a little bit of cushion. So that is not the way some do it, but that's the way most fur houses, professional fur buyers or whatever, most of them lay the entire skin on top of the beam. And if you go to episode 7 of the Fur Shed series on our YouTube page, there's a beam on there that I actually just made out of an ash log. It's basically the same setup, but the beam itself here was made from just a half cut piece of ash log. So you can take a look at that for those of you that want some reference on, just making one from scratch with a beam or with a log. The biggest thing is having that contour here. So you don't want any flat parts of the beam because it won't line up with your knife. You'll cut the skin. Another option on these is if you take a barn door hinge, a big, fairly substantial hinge, and mount it right here, and mount the other part on the wall itself. And here again, you want to mount it about that high off the floor. What that's like, I don't know, 16 inches. And you attach the other side of the hinge to the wall, and then you drop the fleshing beam down on some sort of sawhorse or something fairly substantial table, and then and then when you're not using it, then you take the beam and you can have a wire loop or whatever and get the beam pulled back up on the wall, so it kind of gets out of your way, and it also makes it easy to clean. So that's another option too, if you can't find one of those brackets. I think that's generally about it on these beams, but this basically, if you attach these two pieces here first and then then that'll give you kind of your angle for your bottom pieces here. It makes it relatively simple to put this together. So it does, when you're scraping and you're pushing flesh or fat, you're using quite a bit of force. So, it can't sit there and just wobble. I've seen some people having beams hanging with chains and the things moving all over the place. It's just kind of so. Have it fairly substantial. Have it up against the wall, and you should be good to go. And then kind of remember that waist height for your setup. So hope that helps for those of you that are setting your fur sheds up, or just getting fur sheds set up, or you're getting your fur handling going. It's getting kind of that time of year. Lots of guys trap, put their stuff in the freezer, and then they put their fur up, in February and even March. So anyways, keep those questions coming in, and we'll try to answer them.
Trapping plays a very important role in modern-day wildlife management. Professional wildlife biologists monitor fur-bearer populations to maintain a healthy and sustainable harvest of this important, renewable natural resource. Trapping provides recreation and income for licensed trappers across this country.